Quarterfinal Saturday continues here at the 2019 Ingalls Southern Conference Basketball Championships, presented by General Shale. It's the 4-seed ETSU taking on the 5-seed, the Mocs of Chattanooga. Earlier today, the Wofford Terriers, the number 22 team in the land and the number 1 seed in the tourney, advancing as we take a look at our Ingalls bracket. Terriers got a little bit of a battle late in the first half from VMI, but pull away to a 99-72 win. Their 19th victory this season without a loss against SoCon competition. They get the winner of this game with 2 games coming up this evening. Hi, everybody. Welcome back in. Alongside Dean Keener, Pete Hannity with you. So in the battle of Tennessee teams that's about to unfold, going to focus in now on a couple of really good forwards. Jerome Rodriguez of ETSU among the national leaders in rebounds. A freshman for Chattanooga, Kevin Easley, a talent as well.
Easley is really talented. Hit this league by storm. The freshman of the year, consensus in the league. Young fellow from Indianapolis is really good. I mean, he's got a bright future. You see at 14.5 points, 6.5 rebounds. He led the Mocs in those categories. Back from a lower leg injury, he's healthy now. He's one to watch. For ETSU, you mentioned it, Jerome Rodriguez led the league in rebounding among the national leaders, and he is a man inside, goes after every rebound. And he's the best on a squad that is really talented. 14 double-doubles. He does everything inside. The Mocs are going to have to put a body on him.
Jerome Rodriguez, the 5th SoCon player over the past decade with better than 300 rebounds in a season. The 3rd member of our team, courtside, is Stormy Bonatoni.
Thank you, Pete. Well, ETSU head coach Steve Forbes telling me he's a little bit curious to see how his team will show up and react to this tournament environment and setting. They're virtually untested as a group. He said the only 2 guys that play, Mladen Armas and Bo Hodges, returned from last year's team and made that final and have been tested here. So he said one thing he knows for sure is, though, that the crowd will be out here for ETSU, hoping that that will make them, as a group, a little bit more comfortable in this rivalry game.
As Stormy and I again learned last night when visiting with ETSU head coach Steve Forbes during their shoot-around in the evening, he is a man who tells it like it is. You can learn a lot in a visit with the guy now in his 5th year in charge of ETSU. It's Chattanooga that wins the opening tip, and we're underway with our 2nd quarterfinal game, and the Wofford Terriers waiting in the wings for the winner of this one on Sunday.
Now this should be a good one. ETSU has won both contests and shot it really well against the Mocs.
David Jean-Baptiste draining it. He's the grizzled veteran for this Chattanooga team. They brought in 10 new players in the 2nd season for Lamont Paris. They've got the early lead. Ramon Vila with it, gives it away for Chattanooga. Jonathan Scott to Easley now. Back out with 10 of the shot clock, and Jean-Baptiste. Johnson thought about the pass, instead a teardrop runner, and he gets his own rebound. Jean-Baptiste, 2nd tray knocked down for David Jean-Baptiste, the Miami native, and back in front, Chattanooga now, and extending the biggest lead so far.
Jean-Baptiste known to be able to make shots, but boy, he looks really confident here in the early going. 1st team All-American at Vincennes Junior College in Indiana, which plays at a very high level of competition. Sometimes it just takes guys a little bit longer to adjust to Division I basketball, whether it's a freshman coming from high school or a junior college player.
Nice feed underneath. Vila with the finish.
Back and forth at 23 all, as you would expect in a 4-5 matchup. Although the records don't necessarily indicate that overall. The top 4 teams in this league were just so dominant that there was separation at the 5th slot down.
How about Rodriguez getting so low on the 6'8" Vila who tried to back in and comes down to Rodriguez? Really interesting. We'll look at that as the game goes on when ETSU's on defense. Tisdale, there's a 3-pointer for the Bucks. And Isaiah Tisdale, 34%, the 2-time JUCO All-American team performer.
Now, Steve Forbes will tell you, as much as he's an offensive threat, he makes all the toughness plays for this ETSU team.
Nearly taken away by Kavan Tucker of this ETSU team. Jean-Baptiste, shot clock at 5, underneath. And a roll. So Justin Brown does indeed get a 2 inside. Big fella, a building block for this Chattanooga team. The Bucks have enjoyed a handful of three-point margins. Armas off the feed by Boyd. Hodges, Williamson, now Boyd looking for another tray, and he's got it. It was a slow start beyond the arc for Trey Boyd and the ETSU Bucks. They're now 3 out of 9. He's got 2 of their trays, and they've got their biggest advantage of the opening half.
Boy, and that extra pass by Williamson, he'll get credit for an assist, but that's what made that play.
Tough being a freshman in college basketball in D1 this year with the last name of Williamson. Or any freshman. How about that, though? More plays like that, and maybe in the same sentence, way down in the paragraph, you'll start hearing him talk about Davian Williamson with Duke's break one. Timeout is called in a 36-30 game, ETSU's largest lead so far. And is the only player in double figures, the ETSU guard with 12 so far. Easley tries to get his team a little bit closer, and Kevin Easley, 39% beyond the arc, and he does just that.
That's a go-to play for the Mocs. Kind of a staggered double screen, and on the second one, when Easley's man went with the ball, he just rolled right to the three-point line.
Easley's 6 points in the game have come on three-pointers. Williamson, I think he thought about shooting it, then he saw Rodriguez cutting in. They'll turn off the shot clock, and Chattanooga will get it back one final time. Easley about to throw the inbound. As soon as I saw this guy in a game we did between Chattanooga and Wofford, I'm like, wow, just a really mature and complete-looking freshman player who can maybe stretch it out a little bit. Maybe thinks he's a 3 at times. I've been told he'd love to be a 2 under consideration.
Turnovers really, and it's a freshman, turnovers really the only issue of sort. Once he learns to cut that down, will be a complete player.
Hassan hit the deck. Johnson, 2 on the shot clock, goes in the corner, and the effort by Jonathan Scott, no good, and we arrive at halftime with the ETSU Bucks holding a 4-point lead. Buccaneers team this season 16-1 when they have the advantage at the half, and Jerome Rodriguez and company trying to make it a 3-game sweep of their rival, the Mocs of Chattanooga. Steve Forbes with Stormy Bonatoni.
Well, Coach, 7 lead changes in that first half. Yeah. How would you assess the value of what your guys are trying to do out there?
I thought we got off to a slow start on offense. We didn't shoot the ball very well, and then we let them shoot. I think they made 3 threes to start the first half, or the start of the game. So that got us in a hole, but we kind of fought back. Trey Boyd picked us up off the bench, but, you know, it's a back-and-forth game, and, you know, they're hurting us on the glass. We're one of the better rebounding teams in the country. We've got to do a better job on the glass.
Trey Boyd with 12, but 21 bench points. How significant is that for your guys offensively?
We got a deep team, you know, and Trey's one of those guys that could probably be a starter. So, you know, we expect him to score the ball. That's what he does well. But we got to get some more contribution out of our big guys. We're missing a lot of shots around the basket.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Steve Forbes does tell it like it is.
He does.
He never holds back. He will give you an upfront assessment. Chattanooga trailing at the half of the game for the 13th time this season, yet to get a win in that situation. We saw some fancy stuff in the opening half from both teams. A 4-point lead for the Bucks. Pretty cool, though, that they make a European trip, and they're going to see several countries. They're going to swing by Serbia, so to speak. And
well, very cool.
That'll be a thrill.
Well, and it'll help the team also. I mean, those are great bonding, great cultural experiences. You also get a chance to practice and play some games.
Entry pass almost taken away by Armas, but instead another European. Vila from Spain able to score for Chattanooga. They're back within 3.
Last year.
David Jean-Baptiste had a big first half, 9 points, but has been quiet in the second half. Answering, though, Maurice Commander, Chicago native, a freshman.
Last year.
David Jean-Baptiste had a big first half, 9 points, but has been quiet in the second half. Answering, though, Maurice Commander, Chicago native, a freshman at 6'4". Chattanooga cut a 9-point lead by ETSU down to 3 in the second half, and Vila, and you see a beautiful feed that time by Commander.
And he got hit, maybe not enough for the call, but finished with good contact right there.
A hip injury throughout the year. He's back in there, and he's defending the man with the ball, Commander, who gives to Easley, firing for 3. It was a laser. We put that in air quotes, and it brings his team within 1.
Now you ask, what are the Mocs doing defensively? Both teams, 99% man. And so they're not going to change, but it's about, a lot of it is guarding the dribble and guarding ball screens.
Hassan, the 7-footer. Boyd. Big answer for ETSU. The man leading them in scoring today, Boyd, 19 points against the Mocs this year. He had that total in their home win.
Well, that's what hurts. When Gasson catches it at the elbow, you don't guard him, but then when he gives it up, you're not there defensively to help on the ball screen or the curl.
And that he does. 8 points in the game, but 2 big free throws right there for Davian Williamson. 15 seconds to go. Chattanooga needs to score in a hurry. Jean-Baptiste, the tray, grazes it. Hodges might have gotten a hand on it. Williamson foul. Just 5 seconds to go. Commander will load up and fire, and no good. The final horn sounds, and that does it. Here in the 4 versus 5 game, our second quarterfinal on a Saturday at the SoCon in Asheville, North Carolina, and the ETSU Bucks can breathe a sigh of relief for the 3rd time this season. Steve Forbes and company get a win against their rivals from down south in Tennessee. This time the closest margin of victory this year, 68-64.
ETSU survives what was a really good 4-5 game. They advanced to play Wofford. Wow, how it is setting up thus far, the top half of the bracket, number 1 versus number 4. It's what you expected, you hope for. You don't know that it'll work out, but it's held serve so far.
Trey Boyd, fine game. 21 points for the junior from Memphis, who came in from Northwest Florida Community College.